Imagine you are trapped inside a room. No doors, no windows, no keys. There's absolutely no way out. Sounds impossible, right? Well, you're not an octopus. For an octopus, escaping isn't the last resort, it's almost a lifestyle. Welcome to The Survivors, a series about animals that don't necessarily survive by being the biggest or the strongest, but by being ridiculously good at solving the problems that nature throws at them. And today's survivor is the ocean's greatest escape artist. Let's start with something that sounds simple, but it's absolutely ridiculous. An octopus doesn't have a rigid internal skeleton. That means its soft body can squeeze through incredibly narrow spaces. But there's one catch: its beak is hard. So when an octopus finds a tiny opening, the question isn't can its body fit? It's can its beak fit? If the beak gets through, the rest of the octopus can follow. And this isn't just something they do in the wild. Octopuses in captivity have been observed escaping from their tanks, lifting or manipulating lids, squeezing through gaps, and navigating their way toward places they probably weren't supposed to be. Imagine putting a cat in a room, except the cat has 8 arms and can solve problems, and has apparently decided that your aquarium security system is personally insulting. Well, good luck with that. And then there are those 8 arms. Each arm is covered with hundreds of suckers, and these aren't just tiny suction cups. They contain sensory cells that help the octopus detect chemical and physical information about what's it touching. So imagine having 8 arms covered in thousands of tiny sensory tools, constantly investigating the world around you. Basically, 8 hands, 8 nose, and a brain running the operation. But what happens when escaping isn't enough? You hide. Octopuses can rapidly change their color and appearance to blend into their surroundings. And some species can change not just color, but apparent texture of their skin. So sometimes the best escape route isn't running away, it's making sure nobody realizes you're there. And that's what makes an octopus such an incredible survivor. It doesn't have the armor of a turtle, a speed like a cheetah, and definitely not the size of a whale. But survival isn't always about having the biggest weapon. Sometimes it's about having the right tools. And the octopus? Well, it has the whole biological collection of it. This was the episode 2 of The Survivors, and there's a one last survivor remaining. For this, we're heading onto the African plains to meet an animal that looks like an easy target but has some incredible tricks for staying alive: the Impala. So, if you want to see how animals survive in the wild when the odds are completely against them, subscribe to the channel and join me for the one last episode of The Survivors. Because in the wild, you don't always survive by being the strongest. Sometimes you survive by being impossible to catch.